Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays kids more worried about
Welcome back to the Sons of Anarchy Prediction Show. I am your host, AJ Marinaccio, and this episode is for, number 8. This thing is almost over. After tonight, I have 5 more episodes to make, and then it's over. No. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to have my predictions, some predictions that you, the fans, have sent in, and I'm going to announce the winner of last week's contest, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can find this week's contest. That's it, so let's get this started off with friends. Prediction 1, Wendy's going to get into it with Gemma, and you know what? Abel's going to see it, and he's going to run to Wendy's aid and try to protect her. And he's going to say, "Don't hurt Wendy." Oh, man, this kid has just been through so much. Prediction 2, Nero, he's going to find out that Gemma killed Tara, but then his plans are going to have to change, and he's not going to be able to just go straight to Mexico like he wants. First, he has to convince his woman to go with him, and with everything going on, I think she might be scared enough just to run. It might be time. Enough with friends, let's talk about some foes. Prediction 1, the club rat is Jury. And this next episode, we're going to see him get his first attempt at revenge. Not just a setup, by giving the tip-off about Lynn. Whew. Prediction 2. Marks, he played his cards, and he will give Bobby back, but there are 0 chances left for Sam Crow to make any mistakes in the eye of August Marks. So, let me move on to announce the winner of last week's contest. If your name is Carrie, congratulations, you have won. Now that that's over, let's start another contest. Now, how you get to play along is just go to my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/AJMarinaccio and find the pinned post at the top. Now, make sure you've liked the Facebook fan page before playing, because it is part of the game. Alright, now if you have something to say, leave in the comments section below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you really like this video, well, share it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to tune in next week. Laser. And here are some predictions from you, the fans. Roll that shit.
Okay, here's my prediction for this week. This episode's going to be all about finding Bobby and tracking down whoever tipped Marks off to the meat. They won't find Bobby this week. He's still alive, but they're not going to find him this week. And they're not going to find the rat this week. Who, I'm sad to say, I've narrowed it down to 2 possibilities in my mind. Rat Boy or one of the Mayans, one of Alvarez's guys. I think that Juice may come face to face with Lynn. Not sure if he'll succeed in what he's supposed to do. But I do think it's going to cost him dearly whether he succeeds or not. The title, Separation of Crows, for this episode kind of worries me. I think it may indicate some dissension in the ranks. Hopefully not, but I'm thinking that's a great possibility. And Abel knows now about Gemma, and he's going to try to take matters into his own hands. I don't know how. But I do really believe he's gonna maybe do whatever he can to try and protect Thomas, and that's not gonna end good. Not necessarily in blood, but it's not gonna end well. That's what I got.
Okay, so these are my predictions for next week's episode of Sons. As we saw last night, Juice gets his cutback, ends up in jail, which is also a part of my prediction from last week, stating about his vulnerability and how easy it would be for Jax to use him and manipulate him to do pretty much whatever he wants, and that's exactly what happened. We also see Abel hear Grandma telling Thomas that she in fact did kill Tara, which was expected by majority of the population of SOA fans. So we are all well aware that was going to happen. The mother-son priest situation, Gemma helping clean up the mom at the cabin, I think that'll benefit that family, but at the same time, I think the risk they're taking trying to help Jax is going to have a greater outcome than them actually being saved. I also think that Nero trying to separate from Diosa is going to cause more issues than good. Nero has no idea. He is not going to get out of the club. It's just the way the life goes. Bobby. Everybody, I'm sure, was heartbroken by Bobby. Definitely not a scene I enjoyed by any means. It absolutely broke my heart. But I also remember Kurt stated, we will lose someone we love in episode 9 or 10. And I have a feeling with what we saw with Bobby last night, with his eye being removed, his patches being removed off of his cut, put in the box with the iPad, with the video of his eye being extracted, and his eye being in the bowl, plus the preview for next week, I honestly don't think Bobby is going to survive. He may be tortured a little longer through next week's episode. We may not see him at all until episode 9. But I definitely think that Marks is going to try to use Bobby as leverage to get whatever he wants from Jax and give Jax a timeline to make that decision. And instead of making a decision, Jax is going to try to find Bobby. But I don't think he's going to be able to. I think that with what we saw in the preview of Unser speaking to Jerry about him knowing who killed Tara, I believe he was talking about Juice, letting Jerry know that she needs to speak to Juice. But I don't think that Juice is necessarily going to last long enough for her to do that. I think that the way that dynamic is going to work is Juice will take out Lynn, as Jax asked, and Jax is going to have Tully kill Juice. It's just fair game when you betray your club. So I definitely think that Juice is still a huge target, but right now he is being used by convenience and availability. I think that with Jerry coming back in next week's episode, him making a question to Jax of what Jax thinks happened the night with JT's death, that Jerry is going to let fact be known, and he will point fingers in the right directions at the right people, meaning, Gemma, you're not safe, woman. Stop being stupid, because your kid's going to kill you. If not your kid, your grandson. Also with Abel, he heard Gemma tell Thomas that she killed his mother. You see her pull her blanket back on her bed for next week's preview. I have a feeling little Abel finally found a use for those crows. I think he offed those crows and stuck them in his grandma's bed. Kind of a way to say, oh, accidents happen, Grandma. The same way she explained what happened with Tara to Thomas. I also see quite a pattern of death. I'm not sure if anybody else is caught on. Since season 1, we've seen car accidents. We have seen death in the most abstract of ways. We have seen eye loss already. It seems to be a pattern in what Kurt's writing. So I think if we go back throughout the seasons and see the most physically disturbing deaths and accidents, that those might lead into the remainder of the season, as well as we saw Otto, played by Kurt Sutter, lost an eye. Last night, Bobby lost an eye. We've seen Gemma crash with the kids in the car, multiple car accidents. Last night, Bobby crashed. There's a similarity of constant gunfire throughout every episode. Now we're seeing more physical altercation as opposed to gun usage, which we did originally see at one point in the beginning of the seasons, whereas Jax was more fist-to-fist as opposed to guns, and lately it's a fist fight with Lynn, a fist fight with Leland, and then last night, of course, it wasn't much of a fight, but them dealing with Adam Greenblatt, or Greensleeves, as you will. So there's a lot of turns coming, but they may already be things that we may have seen and just may not be realizing that are so similar. I think that a lot of the ways that important people have died in the series will become the ways that the remainder of the Sons or anybody involved with the Sons is going to be a major impactful reaction. So enjoy, good luck, and let's see where this season goes. Have a great one.
Thank you for sending in those predictions. I really appreciate you guys all playing along and sending me those links. Let's continue this until the end of the series, because I'm having a blast and I believe you guys are too.